I'm Dr. Swati Tyagi from IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. Today we will discuss about the carbohydrates, classification and properties. As we all aware about the carbohydrate, it is the most abundant biomolecules in nature. It play an important role in various functions like synthesis of energy, releasing of energy, store of energy, working in different biochemical reactions as like in the oxidation processes in biosynthesis and many more. When we talk about the chemical structure of the carbohydrates, here you can see there are the two structures. One of is glucose and second is the fructose. In glucose structure, here you can see that when we talk about a structure, there is a carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. And when we talk about the chemical groups, hydroxyl group is present, aldehyde group is present. In the second structure, hydroxyl group present and the carbonyl group is present. In both the structures, there are the two chemical groups. One is aldehyde and one is the ketone group. So we can say that carbohydrates are multiple hydroxyl group, or we can say the polyhydroxyl group. So carbohydrates are the compounds that they have the polyhydroxyl group along with aldehyde and the ketone group. When the aldehyde group is present in a carbohydrate molecules, we pronounce them the aldolase. And when the carbonyl group or the ketone group is present in the carbohydrate structures, we say it the ketose group. So carbohydrates are polyhydroxyl group along with aldehyde and ketone. Now we discuss about the chemical composition. As I already told that it is the combination of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And when we look about the structures, there are the number of carbons are 6, number of hydrogens are 12 and the number of oxygens are 6. So the ratio of the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen molecule is present in 1:2:1 ratio. If you see that the number of hydrogens are 12 and the number of oxygens are 6. So ratio is 2:1, just like in water molecule 2:1. Clear? Now we move on the classification. The classification criteria of the carbohydrates on the structure basis are monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. So we classify the carbohydrates in three main types on the basis of chemical structure. First, we discuss about the monosaccharides. These are the simplest form of carbohydrates and cannot be further break down in other sugar molecules. When we talk about the examples are glucose, fructose and galactose. Now we move on disaccharides. Disaccharides are the combination of two monosaccharides units. Here you can see that there are the two monosaccharides unit. One is glucose and second is fructose. Now what will happen when both the monosaccharides units are connected? There is one water molecule is removed and both the units are connected with the O. So the disaccharides combination of monosaccharides units, and the bond which form between both the units is called glycosidic linkage, or here we can see O-glycosidic linkage. There are the different examples like sucrose. Sucrose is the glucose and fructose monosaccharides units. And when we talk about the lactose, lactose are formed with the glucose and galactose. And likewise maltose are the combination of glucose and glucose unit. Now we come on the polysaccharides. As we discussed, the monosaccharides are simple only monosaccharides units. When we talk about the disaccharides, there are the 2 to 10 monosaccharide units participate in the formation of disaccharides, and the polysaccharides are the number of monosaccharides are about 10. Again, these all units are connected with each other by the O-glycosidic linkage by the removal of one water molecule. The polysaccharides are working as a storage and serve as the storage form in animals. They are also serve as the structural component in the cell walls. The examples are starch, glycogen and cellulose. Now we discuss some properties. Here we discuss only 4 properties of the monosaccharides. First, based on the number of carbon atoms. What? Here in first structure, here you can see there are the number of carbon are 3. So we can designate with the triose F, and in the second position the chemical group is carbonyl compound. In the first structure is aldehyde. So both the molecules having 3 carbons, one with the aldehyde group and other with the ketone groups. So we can differentiate the monosaccharides on the basis of number of carbons like triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose. Hexose number of carbon are 6. Heptose number of carbon 7. Now we discuss about the second properties. You all hear about the chiral carbon. What is the chiral carbon? The chiral carbon is that when as we know, the carbon has 4 valency, and when all 4 valency completed with the different groups, the carbon is chiral carbon. In first structure you can see, if we talk about the second carbon, one with complete the hydroxyl group, other valency is complete with hydrogen group. Here you can see there is the hydroxyl group, CH2OH group, and the fourth valency is completing by the aldehyde groups. So all the 4 valency are completing with different groups. So it is the chiral carbon. All monosaccharides have the properties of chiral carbon. Now we move on the third properties. Third property is apimers. What is the apimers? Here we understand this, that there is the structure of glucose and the second structure of galactose. Both the structures having aldehyde group and the polyhydroxyl group, OH groups. But when we see that the number carbon is 1, 2, 3, 4. There is another 1, 2, 3, 4. In both the structures, one position is of the aldehyde group. Second position you having OH and hydrogen group in the same position in both the structure. Again third structure is again same. And when we observe the fourth structure, the position of hydroxyl group is changed. The hydroxyl group is present in different configuration. Then when we comes in fifth position, again the positions are same, and sixth is having CH2OH in both the structures. So here you can observe in both the structure only one carbon is differing in configuration. It is called the properties of apimers. So we can say that glucose and galactose are apimers at carbon 4. Now we come on the fourth properties, that is ring structure. Still we have observed that all the monosaccharides unit, all the carbohydrates, when we talk about the monosaccharides units, are present in the linear form. And when we talk about the cyclic structures, so is it possible? It is possible in monosaccharides that we convert the linear structure in cyclic structure. How it will happen? It will happen if monosaccharides having the number of carbon 6 or 5 react with the hydroxyl group and convert it into the cyclic structure. Cyclic structure resemble as the pyranose in 6 carbon atom, and for the 5 carbon monosaccharides it resemble with the furanose. So it is called the ring structure. Here you can see that the glucose is present in linear structure as well as in cyclic structure. So what we discussed today? We discuss about the carbohydrates, which is most abundant molecules, their classification and their properties.